That Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Salvadorian man wrongly deported from the United States, will never live in the United States again. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated that if Garcia returns, he will be immediately deported. Leavitt also accused Garcia of being an MS-13 gang member and a domestic abuser, citing a 2021 restraining order filed by his wife. Here's what Caroline Leavitt had to say.
If he ever ends up back in the United States, he would immediately be deported again. Nothing will change the fact that Abrego Garcia will never be a Maryland father. He will never live in the United States of America again.
Meanwhile, U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen's visit to El Salvador to meet with Garcia was blocked by authorities. Van Hollen arrived on Wednesday hoping to advocate for Garcia's release, but Vice President Felix Ulloa denied his request to visit or speak with Garcia, claiming the U.S. is paying for his incarceration. Van Hollen condemned the action, calling it an illegal abduction. Here's what Van Hollen, U.S. Senator of Maryland, had to say.
I would do everything I could to get him out of CCOT. And I won't stop trying, and I can assure the President, the Vice President, that I may be the first United States Senator to visit El Salvador on this issue. But there will be more, and there will be more members of Congress.
The case has sparked off a legal battle, with the U.S. Supreme Court directing the Trump administration to secure Garcia's return, acknowledging the deportation was an error. However, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele has refused to send Garcia back. Quinton A. Hitchcock, American political consultant, is joining us live from Houston in the United States. Thank you very much for being with us today. How do you react to this fresh controversy over Garcia? Reportedly, it was a mistake, but now the U.S. administration claims they will not have him back in the U.S.
Well, good evening to you. Thank you for having me. The White House is not walking away from this. They're not budging from this at all. It's important to realize that there's two sides of this, according to them. The first side is that no legal authority in the United States, no court, not even the Supreme Court, has the authority to influence foreign policy. So recently, the Supreme Court unanimously upheld a decision for our country to facilitate the return of Mr. Garcia. The White House is not abiding by that whatsoever. The second side of this, and I think the side that's becoming much more of a political issue in this country, is the fact that on one side, we have the White House, we have the El Salvadorian president, we have some of our intelligence agencies that have all said that Mr. Garcia is connected to organized crime and violent terrorist groups and violent gang activity in El Salvador. Now, on the other side, Senator Van Hollen, a lot of the Democrats in this country, and much of this country is wanting to say, okay, if that's the truth, show us some evidence, show us some proof. And right now, at least the public has not been made privy to any such allegations or any such proof that Mr. Garcia is connected to a terrorist group.
Yes. Also, Quinton Hitchcock, what do you make of the fact that, an American legislator reportedly tried to meet him, but to no avail? That meeting reportedly did not take place, even though he traveled to El Salvador.
Not surprising, given just a few days before that, the president of El Salvador was in the Oval Office meeting with Trump. So not surprising. That individual, much of the El Salvadorian government has also been on record saying that they will not be releasing him, that they do consider him a terrorist, and that's why he's going to stay behind bars in El Salvador. This really is coming down to one thing, and I might add for your viewers just how sensitive of a political issue this has become, at least in this country. And it really comes down to one thing, and that's due process. I don't think anybody out there is complaining that, okay, this man might be guilty, this man might be innocent, these allegations may hold weight or not. It's really about the fact that he was deported and sent to a foreign prison without due process. I was talking to a colleague earlier, and we were talking about what an unprecedented situation this is. Now, in our country, we have had instances where individuals have been deported by mistake, but never before have we had an individual deported by mistake sent to a foreign prison where virtually for 30 plus days, our government and his family, his American family, I might add, has lost all contact with him. That's not something that we've dealt with. So this is new territory. Again, I want to add the administration, the White House is not walking away from this. I would even take it a step further as to say that I don't know that they would backtrack or do anything different. I think they see this as a very strong issue for them because it's connected to immigration. That's something that the president and his administration feel very strongly about. It's something that he is polling very highly on, at least over the past couple months. So this is going to get messy. This is going to continue to get messy. And this is a very, very sensitive issue, politically speaking, and of course, legally in this country, and will be for some time.
All right, Quinton Hitchcock, thank you for joining us with your perspective on that story.